Today is Friday, May 20th, and the NBA draft lottery went Tuesday, May 17th, which was 3 days ago. And with the draft order of the lottery revealed, I think it is time to give my 2022 NBA mock draft. Let's get it.
She went up on Molly rapping, she went me. Got up, I know what we doing today. I heard with them killers, they ruin your day. I'm feeling good, I'm super today. With the gang and we feel like Cooper today. Got a Billy, but I just might Uber today. Got a
What's up, Lineup Podcast? It is Master J here. I am bringing you my 2022 NBA mock draft post lottery. But before we get to the mock draft, I want to let you know this is a new channel that we just created. Me and Jaden, we do podcasts here where we discuss about the NBA and we do videos too. So please consider subscribing. I can promise you that this will be the best decision you have ever made in your life. So, with the first pick, the Orlando Magic select Paolo Banchero, a forward from Duke. Now, I know a lot of people would pick have Chet Holmgren at one with the Orlando Magic. Heck, even Jabari Smith Jr. But hear me out. Hear me out. Paolo is in my opinion, the most NBA ready athlete in this draft. He has shown in the tournament that he can be that two-way versatile forward, someone like Kevin Durant. I mean, I've seen comparisons drawn like that. And with this Magic team, they don't have like a clear franchise guy. Paolo is just that. Also, to explain why they take a forward in Paulo Banchero is that they already have Wendell Carter Jr. and Mo Bamba. I think Mo Bamba and Wendell, they could be movable, but I think they are the future of this Magic's team in the center position. And with the second pick, the Oklahoma City Thunders select Chet Holmgren, a center from Gonzaga. Now, this is a obvious pick for OKC here. They need a franchise center. They got one in Chet Holmgren, standing at 7 foot, a 7'6" wingspan, and he is the ultimate unicorn. He can shoot, he can defend, he can play make, he can dominate in the paint. He has it all. He has the biggest upside in this draft, and I will love to see him in that OKC team with already Giddy and Shea. With all those picks they've got, they could easily finish this rebuild once and for all and contend for the foreseeable future. So, with the third pick, the Houston Rockets select Jabari Smith Jr., a forward from Auburn. It is pretty rare to see a guy with his frame that can take over games with the ball in his hands. He is an excellent shooter, he's a great defender, and with this Rockets team right there, Jalen Green at first, he was taken. Everyone was like, maybe he's end up being a bust because he looks really unstable there. But we were all proven wrong at the end of the season. And with a duo like Jabari Smith Jr. and Jalen Green, that'll be a really exciting Rockets team in the future, and they'll be contending in the post James Harden era. With the fourth pick, the Sacramento Kings select Keegan Murray, a forward from Iowa. Now I know this may be a little of a reach because people may have him like in the top 5 or top 6, even top 10. But Keegan Murray, he is a switchable big who can guard any position and is really consistent at making his shots in the perimeter. With his size, I think he can be a future Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and he is a really good offensive player. He is averaging 23.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 40% from three. With a mediocre team like the Kings, they already got their backcourt filled up in Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox. They just got Demonis Sabonis. I think this will be a great opportunity for Keegan Murray to shine and show his abilities there. I think this with this pick, hopefully in the future the Kings can finally get out mediocrity and contend. With the fifth pick, the Detroit Pistons select Jaden Ivey from Purdue. I know a lot of Pistons fans, when they found out that they have fell to the fifth pick, they're not in a mood. I definitely know Jaden wasn't in a good mood. He's been, well, talking about it. He wasn't in a good mood. He was sad. You could describe a lot of emotions in that. But that is a blessing in disguise, let me tell you that, when you drop to the fifth pick. Because lucky for you, Pistons fan, Jaden Ivey and Shadon Sharp are on the board. And the Pistons should go and grab Jaden Ivey. He is a great fit next to Cade Cunningham in that backcourt. The Pistons are building something, and Jaden Ivey has all the signs. He is an explosive athlete who can play big and is capable of attacking the rim in many ways. And I love what I've seen from him defensively. He is that two-way guard, a really explosive one. I've seen some Jalen Green comparison, and both do play really similar. I've seen a lot of Jalen Green him in college. So great pick, Detroit. With the sixth pick, the Indiana Pacers select Shadon Sharp, a guard from Kentucky. I think this could potentially be the steal of the draft because I think Shadon Sharp could one day easily be the best player in this draft. Shadon Sharp is a really explosive athlete who has the physical tools to be a really good defensive wing, and he's already shown he's an absolute bucket. He is averaging 22.6 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 2.7 assists a game in Kentucky. And I would love to see him in Indiana and see what damage he could do with that backcourt of Tyrese Halliburton and Shadon Sharp. That is the future of Indiana. With the seventh pick, the Portland Trailblazers select AJ Griffin, a forward from Duke. Now, AJ Griffin, he hasn't exactly shown a lot of upside yet, but I think he is like a kind of a raw prospect. But the defense is there. He's an excellent defense. He has shown to be a fantastic three-point shooter. He made 44.7%, basically 45% on three on 4.1 attempts at the arc per game. That is extremely impressive. He let me also mention that he is an explosive athlete with a lot of athleticism. Now, maybe some of that has been taken away because of that preseason knee injury, but yes, it affected him a little. But I don't think this stops Portland from taking the potential they could get from AJ Griffin at 7. With the 8th pick, the New Orleans Pelicans select Ochai Agbaji, a guard from Kansas. The New Orleans Pelicans, they've been the biggest surprise this season. They went from, like, I think they were like around the 13 to 15 seed before the All-Star game. Then after they traded for CJ McCollums, they went straight to the playoffs, went to the play-in tournament, and yeah, gave the Suns a run for their money. And with Zion coming back, the future looks bright. I can see them actually contending and be great. And with Ochai Agbaji, the thing here is that I think the Pelicans need more shooting. They already had some last year in the draft with Trey Murphy. I love that pick. And they should do it again. Grab an excellent three-point shooter, a 6'5" potential 3-and-D player. With the ninth pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Jalen Duran, a center from Memphis. Now, the Spurs, they are in this really interesting position right now. They just got an all-star in DeJounte Murray. He has developed into one. They got a lot of wing players. I think they need a big man. I mean, like, I'm looking at this roster. They're like lacking one. I mean, Jakob, I can see him out of this team soon. He is not in this team's timeline. I don't think he's gonna be that impactful with them for them in the future. So Jalen Duran, why not? He is not exactly uh the floor spacing type of center you want as your franchise center. But he is a really great rim protecting center. He basically is that it's like someone like DeAndre Ayton, like type of player. Now, can he develop that shooting? Maybe, but I think he's mostly someone like with Dejounte Murray and Jalen Duran. They'll be catching lobs every day in San Antonio. With the 10th pick, the Washington Wizards select Benedict Mathurin, a guard from Arizona. Now the Wizards, they started this season hot. Then disappointment, Bradley Beal got injured, and lucky for them, they got one of the most loyal players in this league, Bradley Beal. I mean, how loyal can you be to a franchise that really didn't found success? But with Benedict Mathurin, I think you're adding in more of a depth who's an excellent shooter. Let me tell you that he shot 37% from three. And he's like Agbaji. He's like that 3-and-D potential type of player as well. And in the future, well, actually, even now, if he was be drafted to the Wizards right now, he could take off a little of that scoring load Bradley Beal has in Washington. With the 11th pick, the New York Knicks select Ty Washington, a guard from Kentucky. Now, the Knicks, given their current situation, they desperately need a point guard. I don't see Kemba Walker suiting up in a Knicks jersey ever again. You could just read the report. He is definitely not coming back. So the Knicks need a instant production on the point guard position, and that is Ty Washington. In Kentucky, he has shown his excellent shooting and scoring ability, especially his playmaking abilities. He has recorded a Kentucky record of 17 assists in the game against Georgia. He has everything that you want in a point guard, and the future is bright for Ty. And with the Knicks taking him at 11th, they're set at point guard. With the 12th pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Jeremy Sochan, a forward from Baylor. The Oklahoma City Thunders, they already got a backcourt of Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is set. They just got uh, Chet Holmgren. Now they need more defense. And why not take Jeremy Sochan? He is probably the most versatile uh, player in this draft. He is an excellent defender, future Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And now he needs some work on his shooting, but I think the Thunders are set with this pick. With the 13th pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Mark Williams. Now, the Charlotte Hornets, I think they need a franchise center. Now, they just got Mason Plumlee last off season, but I don't think he's their long term answer. Even now, he's a little looking not that great. So, taking Mark Williams is someone they need. He matches their timeline, but just like Jalen Duren, he is more of a traditional rim protecting, lob catching center, not really a modern center in the NBA. But he is an extremely efficient center, so kind of similar to Robert Williams. He has averaging 72.1% on the field. He has shown with his defensive ability, he is great at that side. I think Charlotte with LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams and Miles Bridges, that's a lot of lobs they be throwing there in Charlotte. With the 14th pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Dyson Daniels, a guard from the G League Team Ignite. Now, with this pick, obviously they are telling us that Colin Sexton is not the answer for them going forward. Um, I think he has a shaky future with the Cavs, so he is going. So with Dyson Daniels, I think he is a perfect fit with the Cavaliers. Uh, they are a up and rising team. Now, the Dyson Daniels isn't exactly a star you'll be hoping for, but he is a fantastic guard with size who can play with or without the ball. And that would be great with, especially with Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen's down there. And have you seen the guy's jumper? Beautiful. And that concludes my 2022 NBA mock draft post lottery. Now, I can't predict everything like who's gonna be a buzz, who's gonna be a star. Anything is possible. The draft is like a hit or miss type of scenario, so we can't predict everything there. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please consider smashing the like button, subscribe. This is me, Master J, on behalf of Lineup Basketball. Peace out.